In a village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a girl named Elara who had a singular, marvelous passion. She loved ladybugs. While other children chased butterflies or collected glossy stones, Elara would sit for hours in the wildflower meadow, waiting for a tiny, spotted beetle to trust her enough to crawl onto her finger. Her room was a sanctuary for them. She never trapped them, of course, but she painted their portraits on scraps of parchment and knew each of the 7 native species by heart. The 2-spotted was brave, the 7-spotted was a wise elder, and the rare orange 14-spotted was a shy treasure. The other children didn't understand. "They're just bugs," they would say, their words bouncing off her like summer rain. Elara would simply smile, because she knew a secret. Her grandmother had told her that ladybugs were tiny guardians, their spots a map of constellations, and that to hold one was to hold a piece of good fortune. One spring, a plague of tiny black aphids descended upon the village gardens, threatening to suck the life from the pea plants and rose bushes. The villagers tried everything: soaps, sprays, nettle tea, but the aphids clung on, a relentless, hungry darkness. Elara watched the wilting plants with a heavy heart. Then she remembered her grandmother's stories. The ladybugs weren't just pretty, they were hunters. She went to the meadow, to the old log where the ladybugs gathered. She didn't shoo them or sweep them into a jar. Instead, she sat and whispered, "My friends, the gardens need you. The village needs you." She didn't know if they understood her words, but she trusted their nature. She spent the whole day gently encouraging them, letting them crawl from her hands onto the stricken leaves of the garden plants. The next morning, a miracle had occurred. The garden was bustling with activity, but not from aphids. Dozens of ladybugs, a vibrant army in red and black, were scuttling across the leaves, devouring the pests with quiet efficiency. The villagers were astonished. They saw Elara standing at the garden gate, a single 7-spotted ladybug perched on her shoulder like a tiny general. From that day on, no one said ladybugs were just bugs. They were Elara's friends, the village's guardians. And Elara, the quiet girl who had simply paid attention, was celebrated for the gentle power of her love. A love that had saved the gardens not by force, but by understanding the smallest of hearts.